firmaments.
Like Rakia.
Oh yes, we talked about this. Okay, so we're in Sharei Kedusha. We're deep into Chelek Gimel, and it's already talking about the ways of getting nivuah, or preparing yourself at least for the nivuah. So he talked about the sfirot, the partsufim, and the olamot. How many olamot are there?
10.
Olamot.
7.
Olamot.
7.
No, olamot. 5 olamot. Ak, Atzilut, Bria, Yitzira, Asiya. Right? The Torah starts with which olam, by the way? Vayivra. Right? The Torah starts with Bria. It doesn't go from Atzilut. Right? Yeah. And then it says Vayitzer, Yitzira. And only after Adam sinned, Vayas, Hashem. So that means the Torah is the Torah of Bria, Yitzira, and Asiya. The Torah of Atzilut is what? Hashem? Oh, Hashem is the Ein Sof Baruch Hu. The Torah of Atzilut is Kabbalah. The Sod. That was not given to everyone to learn. The Torah of Ak will be the revealment of Mashiach Tzidkenu. It's the 5th element. Alright? So we, who are learning the 4th element, which is Atzilut, we will be able to receive the Ak from Mashiach.
The 5th?
Right. But whoever doesn't know the first 3 has to also learn the 3, right? So
we're ahead of it.
We're ahead of the game. But we also have to learn Gemara, Mishnah, Thursday nights, Mishnayot. Yeah. Right? Halakha,
Mishmar.
Gemara. A lot of times I try to put in my classes a lot of Gemara from the side of the Gemara, so you guys could be inside the limud of the Gemara.
Learn that too.
So now, the Reb Chaim Vital says, Hine Shiva Riki, there are 7 firmaments. Besides for the 5 worlds, every world has 5 partsufim. Arich, Abba, Ima, Zainok. And besides for the 5 partsufim, every partsuf has 10 sfirot. Right? It's not so hard. 10 sfirot in 5 partsufim in 5 olamot. There are 7 firmaments, 7 rakiyas. The Elyon, the highest rakiya in the world of Asiya, is called Aravot. You know, like Aravot? Aravot. Lefi shekolel shalosh sfirot rishonot Asiya, because it includes the first 3 sfirot of Asiya, which is Keter, Chokhmah, and Bina. Or it's also called Galgal HaSechel, the Galgal, the sphere of Sechel, the planet of Sechel. Galgal HaMakif, the surrounding planet. The Galgal HaMazalot, and the Galgal and the system of the Mazalot.
Zodiac.
Right, the Zodiac. So the Zodiac, the Sechel, that means the power of the Malachim that puts life inside the Mazalot, and the power of the Makif, which gives life to the Sechel, which gives life to the Mazalot, is all called the Rakia of Aravot.
That's not the highest.
Aravot is the highest.
Aravot is the highest.
And Malchut Asiya. It's the highest of Malchut Asiya. Okay? Then it says V'chamisha Galgalim. Then there's 5 planets, which are called Shatzmachan, in short. Shatzmachan. Shabbatai, Saturn. Tzedek, Jupiter. Ma'adim, Mars. Chama. I believe Chama is the sun.
How do we know this pertains to Jupiter, Mars, Saturn?
It's not a shiur on that. Trust me, there's a lot to learn on that. You know how much Jewish books were written on these things? Just Rabbi Avraham ibn Ezra, the writer of Ki Shmer, how much books he has? He was a master astronomer. And Noga, Venus. These 5 planets are the 5 sfirot of Asiya, of Chesed, Gevurah, Tiferet, Netzach, and Hod. So the 5 sfirot of Asiya are actually 5 planets. The planets that you see, you're looking at sfirot.
So they say
you really don't have to look at the you don't have to look at the planets to see sfirot. You just have to look at yourself.
Yeah.
You are the sphira of Asiya. You know
consider the
you
sun.
are 10 sfirot.
They consider the sun as a planet?
Yeah,
Of course.
it's considered a planet.
Not a star.
I'm talking this way. Not
Yeah, astronomers consider it a star. But when he says planet or star, he calls it a galgal. Galgal means a circular, a sphere. He calls it. He doesn't really call it a planet.
Oh,
Okay? I'm just saying planets to give because the other ones are considered planets. Okay? Galgal Shishi, the 6th sphere of Asiya, which is the Yesod, is Kolel, has 2 stars in it, 2 planets. Kochav, Mercury, and Levana. and the moon. Venus was in the
first one.
in the first in the other the five of Chesed Netzachot. Ha'acharon, the last sphere, the last firmament. We said so far we had 6 firmaments. The first firmament was the Mazalot, the Sechel, and the Makif. The second firmament was 5. It was actually 5 firmaments, which is the planets. Then the 6th firmament was Mercury and the moon. And the last firmament, which is the Acharon, Yikra Vilon. It's called a curtain. Eino Meshamesh Klal. It doesn't really do anything. It's just a gateway. The last firmament is a gateway because it's the Malchut of Asiyah, which is our world. That means our Rakia is just a gateway to the next firmament, right? That's why all the scientists, they really want to go up. They want to see what's higher and higher. Because the person's neshama, their nefesh, who just wants to see. But it's unfortunate that they don't know. But by a thought, you passing the sun. By a thought, you're reaching Ak. When you're eating food, you're reaching Ak. You understand? It's a shame.
You don't even know it.
Right. That's exactly what was the sin of the Dora Migdal Bavel. It's not a shiur and you got me batzman sfirot. Now this world is itself 10 sfirot. Right? The keter of this world is called a vilon, and it has the 4 elements in it, which is fire, water, fire, wind, water, and earth, which is in this world. So in this world, the 4 elements are actually the keter of this world.
The keter.
They're the keter.
The object.
Right. I'm sorry, I made a mistake. The keter is the vilon of this world. That's the blue sky. The blue sky. The 4 elements are the 4 sfirot of this world of Chokhmah, Binah, Tiferet, and Malchut. Tiferet consists of 6 sfirot, which is Chesed until Yesod. V'nimtza shemalchut of the malchut is the soil of this world.
But I thought the earth was...
The element of earth. But the actual soil itself, which is Mother Earth, is malchut of the world of Asiyah, of the lowest firmament.
So it's like layers.
It's the exactly. It's the last layer, going from top to bottom. Then it goes down. I mean, it stops malchut and it goes to the klipa. Every layer down goes to klipa to klipa.
After that layer, then
do you guys realize that the planets stand on nothing?
Yeah.
Gravity.
Gravity. What is gravity? You see it. It's tangible. It's a force.
But do you know
what's separates? Do you know?
Once they stop moving, they don't exist.
They have to stop moving. How do they move? Their movement is songs. Do you know when it's a song? Aristotle, those things. How did they come up with their instruments? They said the planets are making music. When they used to play instruments, they used to say that they're actually moving. It's like the same way the stars move. Where do we say it every morning? Yotzer Ora Borei Choshech El Baruch. Inside that song, we're saying that these planets are singing praise to Hashem. Whenever Hashem gave the earth, the Torah, right? When Hashem wanted to destroy us, the earth and the sun, the planets, the Sfirot, told the Kadosh Baruch Hu, if you're not gonna let them live, right? We're gonna stop singing. We're gonna stop moving. So Hashem told them. The Gemara says, when they did the egel, for my kavod, you didn't stop, but for their kavod, you stopped, because Hashem said, "Imlo beriti yomam v'layla." They were afraid for themselves. So at that they didn't know what to do. Should we stop for them? But we didn't stop for him. But at the same time, he destroys them, so they didn't know what to do. So the Gemara says that every single day they don't want to move anymore. Once Hashem says you didn't move from me, they don't want to sing. They want to stop. So Hashem forces them to move. That's gravity. It's like he throws to them spears and he knocks them out. Start moving. You understand? And they move. Really, once the Jews start to say Hodu Hashem Ki Tov, I mean, it's a process. You understand? What you're doing by davening is you're moving all the worlds. That's why the Mekubalim are so upset when people skip when they pray, because you don't know what you're doing when you're skipping.
So that's
you're mibalbelet kol haolamot.
This is earth.
Yeah.
You stop and you skip it. Changing the whole.
Exactly.
That's why there's Jews all over the world, because somebody always has to be saved.
Really, when there was a Beit Hamikdash, just the process of the burning of the Aravit was good enough because it used to burn all night. Then right away when the Shachar came, they bring the Korban Tamid. And the last Korban was Mincha. And they will continue burning. So all those things that the Kohanim, why Levim, Yisraelim, what they used to do would be a whole harmony.
System.
The Gemara says that if the Goyim would know what they're missing by not having a Beit HaMikdash, they would force themselves to build a Beit HaMikdash. Understand? Yeah.
We're still gonna have tefillot?
Of course, they daven in the second Beit HaMikdash. They daven.
The second
It
one
might be that there are some wordings that will change. In the second Beit HaMikdash there was davening. Not like today's davening, but they used to say 10 commandments, they used to say Shema. Shema is a mitzvah. They used to do Shemonais, or when there wasn't rain, they used to do 24 blessings. Agav, they used to do that also afterwards, but we stopped doing it today. Anyways, so the earth itself, the soil is Malchut. Now the Kedusha of that Malchut is Eretz Yisrael. That's why Jews, when they get there, they bow down. They don't even know why they're doing it. But the soil of Eretz Yisrael, it's holy. It's Malchut of Malchut, the Kedusha. Understand?
Yeah.
What do we? It's a good question. We're Mivarer. We're doing the Tikkunim.
So hypothetically,
Whenever there is a Beit Midrash, the Gemara
Right.
Masechet Megillah says in that place, basically when the Beit Midrash was destroyed, a piece of it went to all the shuls and things. That's why the Kedusha of the shul is close to the Kedusha of the Beit HaMikdash. Not the same, but it's close. Okay. Next paragraph, now we know from top to bottom, so to inner to out. What does that mean? The earth itself, the soil, the earth, the afar, earth, has 10 sefirot. The keter is the innermost point of the earth. And it's called,
mantle.
it's called the keter, the yichida of the afar, the core. Outside, the next layer is called the chokhmah, then the bina, then the 6 sefirot of tiferet that are connected to tiferet, which is the ruach, the chutzolo malchut, nefesh yisod ha'afar, which is the actual earth that we touch. So what we're touching when we touch earth is the malchut of the malchut of the malchut. It's the nefesh of the nefesh, the nefesh. You understand? And that earth only this earth has the power to grow because it has a neshama inside of it. And this malchut, which is the malchut of the malchut of the malchut, which is the soil that we see, is itself broken down into 10 sefirot. The malchut, the outermost point of the earth, is the physical earth. There, you don't see the spirituality in it. What you see is black soil, brown soil, red soil. Whatever is inside that soil is the nefesh hadomim, is only the inanimate part of the soil. And so too in water. What you see in the water, what you touch when you drink water, is only the nefesh of the water.
Dead.
It's the inanimate part of the water. It's the malchut of the water. The water gives power to the soil because compared to the soil, the water is ruach.
Right.
That's why it's the male. The earth is the female. So you and your wife are earth and water. And so too in the ruach itself, in the wind, and so too in the fire. That means inside of us we have all 4 of these elements too. Now when you see them in the general scope, all inanimate objects could be considered nefesh.
The lowest part.
Yeah, the lowest. All the tzomeachs, the things that are growing, are ruach. All the chais, all living beings are neshamas. Of malchut asiyah.
The lowest of the lowest.
V'hamidaber, people who speak, are chaya. Vilon, the firmament, the lowest firmament, is the yichida. That's why the Ari says, if you want Yirat Shamayim, always look at the sky.
But why they say don't look at the moon?
The moon, I don't know, don't look at a rainbow maybe.
No, but
No,
look
look
at
at
the
the
moon.
moon.
Don't look at the moon when it's waning, you're saying.
You're doing Avodah Zarah, the people might think.
No, if you're davening to it, it's Avodah Zarah. Okay? But let's finish the chapter. And these, whatever we talked about, Nefesh, Ruach, and Shemach, in the 4 elements, is what the ancient philosophers called energies. They used to call them energies, kochot. In the koach, in the soul of the thing that grows like a plant, יש כוח חזן וכוח המושך וכוח המעכל וכוח הדוחף. Has the power to feed, to eat, has the power to pull like a magnet, has the power to digest, and has the power to push out. That means you eat, your body sustains, and it pushes out. Everything in this world that's somech has these 4 powers. Again, to eat, to pull in, that means to spread out, to digest, and to kick out. And they also said בנפש החיה נקרא תנועה ומרגשת. Also in live things, it could move because it has the power to move and the power to think, the power to imagine. Imagination is a very powerful thing. העולה מכל זה, כי גם שהמלכות החיצונה שבכל איזו בחינות שתהיה, היא הגוף שבתא בבחינה. Always when you look at the body of something, that's the outer sphera. It's the malchut of that body.
It's not the
So
lowest
the
part?
Ari, it's the lowest part,
Right.
the malchut. It's the malchut of the chitzoniyut. That means there's pnimiyut and chitzoniyut.
Right.
That means the Ari right now is the March who is decoding the Kabbalistic language for us. He's saying when you see something, don't look at it as something. Look at it as 10 sfirot. By knowing what your 10 sfirot is, you could know what to move, when to move it.
A lot of the stuff to remember.
You understand? It's the main thing is to know the 10 sfirot.
When can we write this down? Like we're doing on a board.
בעזרת השם. אמנם, אינו נקרא גוף וחומר אמיתי אחור, אלא מלכות החיצון האחרונה. That means there's malchut of the pnimiyut, and there's malchut of the chitzoniyut.
So
Your
what would be the
body is the
chitzoniyut?
sphere, this is malchut.
Right.
Malchut the chitzoniyut.
What would be the pnimiyut?
The pnimiyut would be your nefesh. There's nefesh, ruach, neshama, chaya, yechida. That would be your nefesh. Okay? מלמעלה למטה, ומפנים החוץ. Also in your inside you have the 5 elements, which is the 5 powers of nar nechi. וזאת הנקודה לבדה היא יסוד האפר החומרי לגמרי. והוא הגוף היותר אחור והחומרי של כל העולמות כולם. And so too he's saying in all the worlds you have the outer malchut, and when you go deep inside you see the pnimiyut, and you could also break it down into the 5 elements, which is the 5 sefirot, which is the 5 partsufim, which has inside of them the 10 sefirot.
It's a lot of information to digest.
Is that all this again?
I don't think it's a lot of information.
You gotta write it down.
In one sentence, what he's telling you is what you're seeing is not what you're seeing.
Right, but he's just breaking it down into molecular.
He's breaking it down. Exactly. He's
like
breaking it down so you should decode the Ari's language. So when the Ari tells you in the malchut of this world, something happens. What he's basically saying, bechitzoniyut, in the outer portion of this world, this is happening. When the Ari is telling you in the ruach, this is happening. Basically, the Ari is saying whatever makes it grow in that world, that's where it's getting ruined or being used right now. You have to learn to take that language like a dictionary. Take that language and decode the Kabbalah.
Ari Kadosh dictionary.
You understand? There's dictionaries. There is Mil Eliyahu 2. There is the book of the Emet LeYaakov. It's like a decodifier. Like the book of Emet LeYaakov, you have the word Malchut. And he'll tell you wherever the Ari ever said Malchut, where is it going to? How does it connect? There's a contradiction. There's books like that. There's one book I really like. Something Shalom.
You're gonna need a book for that.
Yeah.
You need a book for that book.
Today you need a book for everything.